Hey, I'm Tom,
And I'm Josh.
and this is the BlockCast.
We're Lego fans. Click.
Oh, what is that?
That is Airplane versus Hospital Bed. Lego
Airplane
set
versus-
60459.
60459. Wait, we've talked about this before. Are those the wacky racers with the weird themes?
Well, it sure looks like, Tom.
Wait, is that the. Wait, I have the same one.
What?
Why do I have the same one, Josh? Are you
I don't
handing
know.
it
It seems like
confused?
it's almost like we're setting up some kind of challenge or something. I don't
Challenge. It sounds
What do you-
familiar.
Hmm.
What could we do with two of the same set?
Apparently, we could choke on it.
Oh, no, let's not do that. Please don't
No.
eat Lego. That's a terrible idea. But I have an
That's
idea. What if we were to take the set while in the box and see who could build it the fastest?
We're going to build it while it's still in the box.
Correct. You have to, but you can't open the box.
Okay.
You just gotta use your mind.
Mm,
I think mine turned into like liquid. I'm confused. It's dripping
I don't-
now.
I don't know that that'll work.
All right.
It does say building toy. So what if we were to build it?
I think that would work well. All right. Setting it
Charlie.
up. Josh and I are competing today with Lego City Set 60459. It is airplane versus Lego minifigure in hospital bed. Yes, I kid you not. Literally. Broken arm. And there's IV. We talked about these before. These are really wacky racers. There's other sets involved in this as well. But we thought it would be fun to see who would be able to build their set from closed box to open box to complete and the least amount of time. And we've never done a challenge like that before. But that's not it. We're also at the end going to declare a winner because one of us is going to win, unless we tie, which is going to be interesting for the first time that we ever do this. We're going to rank it on the Ultimate Lego Leaderboard. And if you're unfamiliar with the
Board.
Ultimate Lego Leaderboard, we literally have 15 categories that we rank. So stay tuned into the end, or you don't have to watch the challenge and just watch the ranking if you want to watch the ranking, or just watch the challenge. Do whatever you want to do, but do subscribe.
Watch the whole thing, please, though.
Yeah, it does help us. Or tell like your family member who would watch the whole thing. So we're going to begin with the build, whoever can build it faster, and then in the second half, we're going to do an Ultimate Lego Leaderboard on set 60459. Hospital bed versus airplane. So with that, Josh and I will start with a closed box. Closed. 70 pieces. Who gets to build it faster? Stay tuned. With that, I guess, Josh, should we count it down and go?
Let's do it.
All right, ready?
3, 2,
2,
1,
1, go!
go. Gotta protect that box.
Oh, I have to adjust my screen. Hold on. So you can see my build.
Pause.
Okay. Back in business.
Okay. Oh, why do we have 2 instruction manuals?
Don't know.
Josh takes an early lead. Tom, very careful with that box. Maybe we'll compare our boxes at the end. It's part of the challenge. Whoosh. Tom, when you build, do you start with the minifig as the instructions recommend?
Kinda. I think that's the easiest part because you don't really need instructions for that.
Depending on the set, I like to save my minifigs for the end and build them all at once. But other times I like to build them to break up the build a little bit.
But Josh, do you lay out your pieces?
The manual says, put this into your hand.
Put this into your...
Put 4 of these into your hand.
Ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. We're not going to do that.
They gave me an extra compass. Did they give you an extra compass?
I'd be very interested to see which pieces we have duplicate extras of. I have a suspicion it's not the same for every set. So it would be curious to me to see where the overlap is. I do actually have an extra compass as well.
I've
I
never
also
seen.
have an extra set of the aviator glasses.
I've never seen the axles like this.
This isn't interesting. A lot of the build seems to be pre-built here. It doesn't say on the box that this is a 4+, but the design of it almost feels like one of the 4+ sets.
It's like a learning step, kind of
Right?
going, like from Duplo into how to do Lego.
And that's how some of the 4+ sets are. But this one on the box says 5+. So I don't know.
I got extra binoculars, not binoculars, extra goggles too. You said you got extra goggles?
Yeah, I got extra goggles. I also have an extra white bit.
Yeah, me too. It's interesting because Lego will put extra pieces in. Oh, I don't like putting in the white bits. That's not easy. But I didn't know that they put in the same ones. It's kind of like IKEA.
It's not intentional, I found out recently. Build one done.
Damn.
Hospital bed. Oh, this poor guy.
What?
He has a head wrap on his noggin, or you can use a helmet. I'm gonna choose to go with the head wrap because I think that's funny.
He does come with a helmet?
He does. It looks like it's a little too late.
Build one done.
Did you place your minifig in the airplane?
Yes, I did. Did you?
I did. Aviator goggles up or down?
Down. Because
Down?
with the wind from the driving, I was concerned.
She hasn't taken off yet.
No?
For me. I'm very pleased.
So do we have
see
to
a
put the
detail.
same... I don't think I want to put the helmet on. I kind of like the little head wrap. That'd be kind of cool.
I chose the head wrap. I think it's fun.
Can't get the head wrap on. There it is. Oh, it's like a hairpiece.
It's kind of fun, the little details in this.
Correct.
It's not particularly big, but there's some fun little details.
Wait, why doesn't the airplane doesn't have a steering wheel? Did you notice
You're
that?
right. You're right. There's no steering wheel on that.
for the airplane, but there's a steering wheel for the hospital bed?
Logic.
Oh, I got an extra pair of clear visor goggle thingies.
Me as well. I think I see another extra little one of the white pieces too. I don't actually know what that goes to yet on this one. Oh no, I got a piece down.
Down where?
Down on the table?
Does it fall on the floor?
No, I think on
Gives
the
me
floor.
more time. But who's your preference on this? For me, it's hospital bed.
Hospital bed has some charm to it, just in how kind of ridiculous it is. Planes racing, that makes sense. Hospital beds racing, a little
No.
less logical.
Less logical, way less logical.
on the wheels. Tom, I noticed that you are building out of order.
What do you mean?
Well, your wheels are on, but all the other components of your car are not there. Are
What?
you cutting corners?
I am not cutting corners. I'm just being efficient.
Is it done?
Done with what?
Done with both builds?
No! That means I lose. I don't want to lose.
So I have an extra gray stud, an extra set of the goggles, an extra compass, an extra little white bit, and a little extra aviator.
Oh, wait a minute. No sticker. Thank goodness. No sticker, everybody. Ah.
That is a nice touch. Nice detail.
But yet on the Twilight series, yeah, I brought that. They could put a printed brick on this, but they can't put it on the Twilight series set.
Crazy. Oh, look at that. It looks like you're already done with that step. Do you know why they often have you put the wheels on last?
Why?
So it doesn't roll away when you're trying to put other pieces on.
But that's the fun part. All right, so my extra pieces is I'll show on my screen. I had the helmet, I had the extra visor, I had the other extra visor, I had one gray piece. To be honest, I'll probably put on the other gray piece on the back because why not? Then it looks even. And there we go. I did lose today's challenge. That is unfortunate.
That's okay. It's the first time. I particularly love that the first race to build challenge that we did were of racers.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
Did you ever have, when you were younger or even now as an adult, penny racers?
Explain. I kind of remember.
So they were tiny little mechanical cars that you would pull back and let go and it would zoom forward. But it had a slot in the back that you could stick a penny, and that extra weight would cause it to do crazy things. If it ran into something, the offset weight would make it bounce around. And they were really fun to, like, if you had multiple people, to have them like launch at each other and they would hit and bounce because of the weight of the pennies.
No, I did not have that.
Oh, they were my favorite. These remind me of them.
I like these.
The penny racers were a little bit smaller than these, but it was oftentimes like really weird, kind of unusual designs that you wouldn't normally see in a car. And then
I've actually the interesting thing about these, and we're about to review them. I've never seen wheels on any set like these before, because I don't think you could remove the tires off the rims.
It doesn't seem like it.
No. Looks like
But
it's
they're
one
still
piece.
rubber.
Yes, they are still rubber. They
Did you
are
know that Lego is the
70
number one
piece.
manufacturer of tires?
It is. I did know that. Did know that.
Ooh, which hand did your minifig break?
Left one.
Mine's right.
Unfortunate.
Together, our minifigs are whole.
They are. They've broken all of them. I like that. I like the hospital bed more than I do the airplane.
I agree. I like the colors of the airplane. We'll talk about it, right?
We'll talk about it in the review. So, with the board. So, that is the challenge, everyone. Josh is the winner. Everybody give Josh a round of applause. If you've enjoyed the challenge, please let us know what you'd like us to build next. It doesn't necessarily have to be a predetermined set. We also do random builds. Go sure to check out our other challenge builds. I'll put it in the playlist. So stay tuned. We are right about to go into the ultimate LEGO Leaderboard and review LEGO City Set 60459 Airplane versus Hospital Bed.
Bum ba bum.
It is now time for the ultimate LEGO leaderboard.
Board.
Now, if you've seen the Ultimate Lego Leaderboard, we take this and we add it to an entire list of sets that we are going to review going forward. So we'll see stack up with any kind of set imaginable. Let's take a look at the Lego Leaderboard. This is what we've pre-ranked the airplane versus hospital bed because if we were to rank all 15, as we learned in the first challenge with the endurance, it's going to take a while.
It takes a long while.
So the endurance came out to 343 points, the Twilight Cullen House 331, and as we go, we will add more to the list. Josh gets 300 points, I get 300 points, total of 600 points, and it's based on 15 categories. Read the description and you will find out exactly how we rank them. And since we did some predetermines, we're going to lightly cover them and then cover the ones that have zeros and tell you why we think what we do think. Well, we started off with design. Josh, why'd you give it a 15?
I give it a 15. These are small builds. You saw us build them. You saw the level of detail, but again, the designers are packing a lot of detail in to such a tiny set. If I was ranking this based on just the image on the website or on the box, I'd probably rank it a little bit lower. But actually having the physical Lego in hand, seeing the details up close and knowing it, I feel like the design is better. Little details like the little monitor and the IV in the hospital bed. For the small set, for what it is and the limited number of pieces, I think there's a great design here. They look like they're what they're supposed to look like. There's no question. I think it's a good job.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they did a good job for what they are. It's the idea that this competes with the value for money as well. I understand what they did. This is the first time I'm ever seeing these kinds of wheels. I think they did a good job. It does capture the essence of an airplane. It does capture the essence of a hospital bed. I like how they use the printed brick and no sticker. But then you look at the Cullen
Yes.
House and you pay, I think it was $219 for that set. I think. Don't
Yes,
quote
you're
me.
right.
And
You're
not
quoted.
one printed brick. But on a
Nope.
$10 set with what, 40 pieces per car, give or take, is 70 pieces, so 35 pieces, you get a printed brick. It's interesting,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I gave it an 8 just based on size scale. It's going to compete for value for money, for the design and the pieces that they were given. I think they did a decent job, but I am going to give it an 8. The next category we had was build experience. You got to see that firsthand. We did do it in a rushed manner, but it was still a lot of fun. We understood what we were building, but the experience itself, based on the size and the set, for me, it falls under 10 out of 20, just for the pure fact of there wasn't much of there was a challenge in and of itself with Josh, but in and of it challenging being the build, for me there wasn't. I do like more of a challenging build, but then granted this is a $10 set, value for money again, and that's why I did give it a 10 out of 20.
And I went even a little bit lower than that. So the the build was over too fast, right? This set is meant to be played with. We'll talk about that in a moment. Playability. The build experience is just a means to an end. It's not really part of the journey for this one. There wasn't a lot to discover as I was building. The element of discovery is what I like when I build Lego. That just wasn't there for this set, so I give it a seven.
Um, the big category that we did want to talk about is playability. Playability is very
Yes.
important when it comes to this. I like the idea, no matter what age you are, is that you can roll this down the table and have an adventure. You could take the airplane, combine it with the hospital, and you could literally have your own adventure. You can remember this can fly too, but then you could have your hospital flip bed fly too. Now, Josh, have you ever seen bed knobs and broomsticks?
Ooh, I did. Good reference.
I try. There you go. You have competition. If you have an imagination, you can have a lot of fun with this. The only thing that limits that imagination is the amount of bricks that you have to build it. Granted, you have 70 with this. Value for money again. But it's the idea that you could have a little bit more if you include your own Lego itself. But based on it just being the build, and that's how we rank it, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 16, and I think that's my highest playability out of all the sets that we've released, because who doesn't want to roll these down a hill against your buddies and have a good time? I was in the Boy Scouts, and we'd have our Pinewood Derby cars each and every year, and this kind
Mhm.
of reminds me of that. Also, I think they have a competition similar at the Lego store where you can build something with four wheels and have it roll down, and that'd be pretty cool on what you could build. So I'm gonna give it a 16.
Okay, solid. I was actually going to say 16 as well for playability. I was surprised that we ranked that one the same. But I feel like the this set is meant to be played with. Like I said, it's not about the build experience. It is solely about, getting it out of the box, having mom and dad put it together if you're a young one, or putting it together yourself as maybe a first build, and then getting to play with it exactly like Tom said, going on little adventures. The characters have such personality. The cars themselves have personality that helps tell those stories. So I think the playability um, is really great with this one.
We have value for money. I know I mentioned it time and time again within the first couple categories. It's the idea that I think they're paying 7 cents per piece. Is that right, Josh?
Yes, that's what it comes out to for this one.
And to be honest, you can do it if let's like this is a set that I would have thought when I was a kid that I would have picked up while we were like on a vacation or at an airport, and my mom or my dad would have bought it to me to occupy time, and then I would have brought it home and completely made it into something else. So in terms of value for the playability that you get with this, and you get two minifigures, and especially they're exclusive to this because I've never seen hospital minifigure like this before. I've seen adventurers out there, but you can really do some really cool things for this, especially imagination. You do have interesting colors as well. You have light blue, dark blue. You have dark hunter green with mixed with like an orange brown. Um, I do like that you have a propeller and a lot of different pieces. So value for money for me on this one's high. I'm gonna give it a 14. There's really no exclusive bricks or anything that make it like resellable. You have your compasses, but other than that, there's nothing that holds its value to give it more value at the end. But in terms of the value that you pay for it, yeah, I think it's there.
I agree. I'm going to rank value for money actually quite high because if you think about the CMF, the collectible minifigure series, those are
Hmm.
$5 each for one minifig with accessories. Here you're getting two minifigs with accessories and a full vehicle for $10. Um, just in comparison to theirs, 7 cents per piece is one of the best values I've seen in a Lego set. Um, Regardless of whether there's exclusive bricks or not, the fact that it is a full complete set and you get two of them, um, so you can play with a friend and that sort of thing. I think that there's a lot of value in small sets like this. I'm gonna go ahead and actually gonna do 19.
Wow. Okay. Now we're down to nostalgia, personal attachment. For me, um, again, it's that Boy Scout idea where I had my Pinewood Derby cars. We'd let them roll each and every year and see who could come out the winner. And this is kind of cool because you can add different elements and Lego elements and build what you'd like to build. So for me, it's going to be a 10.
I give 13. I feel like these are very similar to little cars that I had as a kid. They were called penny racers. They were very small vehicles. You put a little penny in the back and you could zoom them around, and the penny would make them do kind of cool tricks. I don't think that you could really do so cool tricks with these, but I like the idea of the aviator. The adventure theme, I think, is there. So there's, I think there's some attachment. I certainly don't have much attachment to a hospital bed, but I went with 13 for kind of those memories that I had playing with the little racers as a child.
Now we have minifigures, Josh, but
Yes,
how exclusive are they? We have our little pilot with the bomber jacket and the compass. I just gave her extra compass. And then we have our hospital guy. I think he's more exclusive than her,
I
just
think
because
so.
I've seen. Why is she blurred? Um, so he also has his little like cast on his arm and his little thing, and he also has his hospital gown, which I think gives him a little bit more value because I haven't seen a hospital gown yet for a minifig, and I might be mistaken if you've seen it before.
I don't know that I have. I really do like in the hospital gown that you can see the back of it. I think that's a fun little feature with that one. The aviator I've seen. I've seen other minifigs with similar design. I don't know if it's exactly the same with the cargo pockets and that sort of thing. But the printed design does go on the front and the back. The helmet I've seen before, the compass I've seen before. So there's not much exclusivity there. I think the hospital bed character is a little bit more. I will say I'm a little disappointed. I don't know, disappointed is not the right word, but I'm surprised, I guess, that these are not double faced
Mhm.
minifigs, that they only have one expression. But I'm not going to deduct much for that. I think that the minifigures are fun. Again, they have a lot of personality, especially as racers, competitors. I'm going to say 15.
15. Wow, that's high. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's the idea that I like the exclusive like hospital gown, but for me it just doesn't carry like another set would. Um, in which we've seen the adventure set before. We've had printed brick before. I haven't seen the cast, but in terms of really like hit home for me, I'm gonna give it an 8.
That's
Now,
fair.
we have innovation for the size of the set. There's really not going to be too much that's innovative about it. Um, I did go ahead and give it a 6. It's just I did like that he had a little IV, but there's really nothing that we haven't really seen before in something else.
No, there's not innovation in the build. The innovation, I think, for me just comes in. I haven't seen this kind of versus style in such a small set before, where you can pick it up and play with a friend right away. It's designed that one person can build one car and the other person can build the other. I think it's cute. I think it's a novel idea. I'm excited to see more of this line, types of vehicles and uh, who would have thought it, right? A hospital bed as a racing car, versus an airplane. I think that's innovative. I think it's clever. I think it's interesting. It's something that we haven't seen before or would have expected. So I'm going to say for that, the innovation is there, uh, and and give it a 10.
We have durability. Durability, especially with these, playability and durability go together hand in hand. Um, we we see the durability, like there's certain elements within this, like with the hospital IV again. It's just asking to be like knocked and played with. There are elements that could easily break off, like the tail fin on the aircraft, especially with the minifigure being so easily knocked off. There's nothing protecting it from the back. Um, as with as with what you would want from this, there is going to be um, bumps and this is more so playable rather than displayable. So I went ahead and gave it a 13. They do hold together quite well, but there's certain elements that could potentially fall off when you play.
Yeah, and I agree. I do think that there are certain elements, but as a whole, it's a very solid build. I was playing with another set near these after we did the challenge, um, and in between filming this segment, and I dropped a box on them, and nothing broke off. So durability is solid. So I gave it a 16.
Displayability?
No,
No. That's all we're going to say about displayability.
no, these are
Yeah,
to play with. Get them off the shelf. Have an adventure.
correct. Enjoy them, dismantle them, put them in your giant Lego box, build something else. Theme representation. I think if they continue this theme, I think it's actually comical what they could do with this. And if they really take it and they keep the price point at where it's at and they keep that $10 and they just go absurd with this, because I would love to see some like we already have toilet versus hot dog, airplane versus hospital bed, pizza versus fire truck. Think about it in the comments down below. What would you like to see? But in terms of theme representation, in terms of I like to call them wacky racers, not the Cartoon Network television show that was from Hanna-Barbera years ago. But they are wacky racers because the theme is wacky and you have a whole bunch of different things. I think their theme representation does really well. I think other sets might do it a little bit better, but Hospital Bed does definitely go up there for me. I think the theme works very well. I'd like to see it solidified a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and give it an 11.
I was going to go with 11 as well. Again, I agree with all of your points here. I think this is a great start to a new theme, a new introduction. I don't I guess I can see how it fits into the Lego City overall theme. But I would love to see this as its own spin-off. Think of the holiday sets that we could do Santa's sleigh versus like a gift box. I don't know. There's so many ways that this could be part of a larger theme within the Lego City.
I agree. Now, this also goes hand in hand with a theme that's coming up with expansion potential, but we will get there. We have part selection. For me, it's the idea, simplistic parts. You have your compass, you have your hospital bed marker. That's really exclusive. I gave it an 8 because you have some unique parts like the wheels I haven't seen before. You have your propeller. So I went ahead and I gave it an 8. Should I have given it an 8? Maybe a little bit less, but there's really nothing different here.
Yeah. Part selection I think is good. I think I was surprised by the variety of parts in such a small set. There's um, even some of the larger curved pieces, the green plates that make up the wings. Those are fun elements that can be used elsewhere. I like the coloring. I like how the IV was made. I appreciate that we have option for hospital get bed guy if he wants to have the head wrap or if he wants to have a helmet. So there's some extra parts included so that you can again continue to tell those stories. So I went 10.
We have instruction quality. I actually surprisingly gave it a 5. Um, Josh gave it a 2. Compared to what we've seen in other sets, it really doesn't paint a picture or tell a story. It's just telling you the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially you probably don't even need them if you were to build them without it.
Maybe stay tuned to the BlockCast for more on that.
But we have expansion potential. For me, it's the idea that this goes hand in hand with theme representation. If you can think of something wackier, I think it would be something that I would want to buy. If we could have
Mm-hmm.
like refrigerator versus oven or refrigerator versus
Ooh,
bathtub guy, I would totally do that. It's the idea that I could see the expansion potential for this. They have to keep it in this price point though. If they go above and
yes.
beyond and build all these tracks and things like they have hot dog versus toilet and there's this weird ramp thing and now the set's like $55. No, keep it in the $10 price point. Give me 2 cars every 6 months and I'm a happy guy. Maybe even make it like a mystery bag thing. So I could see the expansion potential doing really well. I would love to see a mystery bag, but we're probably not going to get that based on the price point being $10 in extra parts and you need the manufacturing for bags. So if you give me 2 wacky racers in a box, I'd be a happy person. I think the expansion potential is great for this. Do they go with it? Who knows? I'm going to give it an 18.
I agree. I think there is a lot of story that can be told, a lot of fun characters that they could incorporate that are going to resonate with people from all walks of life, right? Depending on what your profession is, depending on what your hobbies are. There's so many ways that this could expand further. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't expand. But as far as the potential, it is absolutely there. I'm going to say 16.
We have exclusive elements.
16.
Oh, I
Don't take my
apologize.
points away.
I apologize.
That's
16.
okay.
We have exclusive elements. We have wheels that I haven't seen before. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If I have seen these, put them in the comments down below. We have hospital sign that is a printed brick. And we have
Yes.
compass.
Hmm.
I count one, two,
And
three.
then
I give it a 3.
and exactly that
And we have
the
the wrap
compass
on
I've
his
seen
head.
before. I don't know that I've seen the wheels before, but that's not really, I'm not going to call that exclusive. It's just a new piece. I think we'll see these wheels in the future. The hospital sign is really the only thing, and the gown. But exclusive elements, it's not a lot. I'm going to say 5.
5.
Not wait, not 5. Sorry, 2.
2. All right. So with that, I give it a total points of 145. Josh gives it a total points of
170.
for a total points of 315.
315.
So with that, oh boy. Wow. Wow, Josh. We're really 60459. Um
Wow. I love seeing this. Like, how is it that we are 16 points off with a $10 set from a $220 set? Lego ideas, right? This is crazy. I love it.
I I can't wait. How many points did I give? Wait a minute. 145 to 170. Oh my God. Look at how close I ranked that. I was 1 point off. I was 1 point off between the Cullen House and Airplane versus Hospital Bed.
Wow. I'm also noticing our sets are going down here in total pointage. We need to get another one here to contend with the endurance, but still, we're
I,
within a what? Is it 30 some point swing?
yeah, give or take. We haven't really like come across one that we've really enjoyed. Granted,
But
remember
it's weird
people,
because I
we
really
could give
did enjoy.
we could give them 600 points here.
What is going to be the first perfect set?
I I couldn't tell you, but to be honest, how Klaus Airplane versus Hospital Bed came to Twilight Cullen House is says something about Twilight Cullen House. Well, with that, that is the ranking of Airplane versus Hospital Bed, everyone. It came
Whew.
really
Do you
close to.
agree with our ratings?
Do you agree with our rating? Would you have rated Twilight Cullen House? And if you haven't watched that episode, go back and watch the Ultimate Lego Leaderboard on how we rank Twilight Cullen House. Set number 21354 for those of you that are listening. Because Twilight Cullen House got 331 points. Airplane vs. Hospital Bed got 315. And Josh, you were 15 points away
I see this.
and only 18 points from the endurance. I was
Thanks.
10 points from the endurance and 1 point from Twilight Cullen House.
Wow. I can't wait to see what the next one is.
I I digress. Well, if you have an opinion and you'd like to go ahead and give it a ranking, please let us know in the comments down below. We'd like to hear your opinion. We'd like to hear what you have to say about these little two friends that are about to race down a hill that potentially is going to compete with Twilight Cullen House. Imagine if you get Twilight Cullen House MOC Airplane versus Hospital Bed Racers. How cool would that be? But we would have to rank them and see how that goes. But with that, Josh, let them know what they need to do.
Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think of these sets, tell us what you think of our ratings of these sets. But most importantly, tune in next time to see what set is going to be added next. The Ultimate Lego Leaderboard.
Board. Because if you subscribe, we'll add you to our physical studio Lego audience. And you just have to let us know on Instagram who you want to pick. Josh will give you a couple choices because you'll get to be a physical Lego minifigure in our Lego studio audience that lives at Josh's house.
Yes.
That'd be super fun. With that, my name's Tom,
And I'm Josh.
and you have been enjoying the BlockCast.
We're Lego fans. Click.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.